you're going to build a business, know it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2%er Show, the real time, real talk of the journey in business.
Care about my content
They
or
don't.
what we're doing?
Right.
Fine. I'm not going to bash them. I'm not going to comment back because that's not I don't have the energy to do that. It's not what I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
here
try
for
to stay
positivity.
positive. Right.
Positive. I read the comments under Gary Vee's stuff. I started reading I was interested in what people were saying about Yummy Text. I was just curious how well it was doing. And I see this one guy who made this comments like, he loves Gary Vee. He loves all this stuff. But Gary, I don't think you should be selling us and trying to solicit us. You know, that's not what you've been known for. And now you're starting to do it. I suggest you don't do that. So I understood where the guy's coming from. I liked Gary Vee's response. He responded to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but as I stated, this is for this reason. This is for what it was. You don't have to join this community. I'm not giving it to people who don't want it.
Right.
And someone else, not Gary Vee, comment is like, if you ever pay attention to his content, Gary, his positivity stuff, everything he does, he'll tell you what he's gonna do.
Right.
He's telling you what it's for, and he didn't commingle the two together. He stated, this is the reason. It's for selling this, but that's the purpose. Do you want to join or not?
Yeah, he doesn't pull like a magic trick. He doesn't like all of a sudden
No, he
pull
didn't
something
fool
out of his
nobody.
hat and say, hey, you know, here's this. After being known for a guy who gives good content, creates community, he tells you up front, and that's the best way to market. You know, like if you have a built trust with your customer base, your clientele, your community, your audience, the thing you want to keep doing is continue to engage them, but then also ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just start selling, you will see those people turn away because now they know you're not really thinking of them. You're just thinking of just the bottom line. Just don't get us wrong. You need to make money. You need to sell something
problem.
to be in business. I think what happens many times is that people confuse branding and selling. Branding, in other words, branding, you're creating your name, whether it's a personal brand or a brand itself. Like, for example, 2%er is our brand. And then we have our personal brands, you know. And the same thing for those of you out there, you're going out there and you're creating content to build up your brand. But it comes to a point where the brand will then bring in sales and you do have to sell something. But I think what some people do is they skip the branding part, they go right into sales and think that they're actually branding or marketing when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
They're just being annoying, pushy salespeople.
It's tough, I get it. I understand it. A point of a business is to make money, to make profit. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, there's a time and place when that's going to happen.
Right.
There's a time and place. If you want short-term quick money, don't listen to this advice because it's not short-term quick money.
But then if you do that tactic, that's how you stay small. That's how small businesses never grow, and they're usually stay small or go out of business because once they've gone through that process for so long, it's only so long you can continue to do that until people just tune you out.
Yeah, in almost every type of business is always the same thing. Like one other last example I'll give you, multi-level marketing.
Mm-hmm.
We have experience in that area too, right? We know people still in that, and we know people who are still small in multi-level marketing to get bigger. They had the right teachers, they had the right mentors, they had the right area, but they stayed small. And the reason they stayed small is the same kind of concept. We were always told, how are you going to have the baby if you didn't have sex yet?
Obviously,
right? Most people want to have the baby. They want to make the sale, or they want to grow a big business, or they want to have a big multi-level marketing business. They want to have the baby, and they go out there talking about the baby, but they miss the sex part. They miss the work you got to put in to go do that. You want to make a sale, but yet you have no followers.
Right.
You have no content. You have no people that trust you, that want your stuff. You're a multi-level marketer. You have this product, but you have no team. Newsflash, you're only going to be wealthy or have at least a good amount of income in multi-level marketing with a team. That's how that system works. Forget it, doing it by yourself. That's just a side thing to make maybe $100-200 a month. Hey, no problem with that. An extra $200 a month for someone, gold. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person who's misguided and thinking, well, look, I want a big business. This is why I joined this MLM. Why? Because I want to have a business for my own. Great. But the person who's training you or the person who's teaching you is telling you to sell, learn the product, and they're not teaching you how to recruit, how to build your own brand, how to do that so you can get people to be attracted to you.
Right.
Because it's tough, because you go there because you want to make the extra money. Okay, well, if you go out that route, you'll make the extra money, 100, 200, maybe, and you'll be done in 6 months.
Yeah.
Or it could be one of those who's MLM for 15 years and maybe still make $102 a month, which is fine. But don't jump off a bridge that your business isn't built because you never had the sex. You never went out to get recruiting. You never got to go out there and build a huge team to sell.
Yeah, because it boils down to distribution in that type of industry.
Or you went out there and started posting comments on our social media platform about Bitcoin that's going to make you rich.
Or that they've made more money now because they were part of this person. But we don't know you don't know us. You're just basically blasting us with comments of what your opportunity is or what you've done. But long term, you're gonna if you're looking to build something for the long term, that's not gonna do it. And I mean, that's just gonna put you out of business because after you've gone through so many hours of doing that, and all you're you're doing is copying and pasting because we see the same type of message
Different
over and
areas.
over and over again, maybe with a different name attached to it of who you're pointing us to. That just brings down your credibility and your personal brand, which at the end of the day,
There's no
your
personal brand.
yeah, you've destroyed your personal brand. Not maybe, and you've probably even destroyed it with the people that know you from your own community, or what they call the warm market, the people that know you, from friends, families, and all that. So they don't even want to hear you because you've probably said the same line to them in person, and now you've turned to the internet and you're trying to do the same thing, which it's not going to get you anywhere.
My
You know what I mean?
question is, why can't that person spend a year, 2 years posting up comment videos, audios about Bitcoin?
Yeah.
How it works, how they feel it's going to be this, or how they feel how it's great, and educate people on how Bitcoin works.
Yeah.
And do that for a year since you
But it
love
takes
it
work.
so much,
Yeah.
right? And how you think it's going to work. Why can't you do that for a year and then grow a following that says, we agree with you. We think Bitcoin is this, and thank you for all the information you've given us. How do we? And they come out with the question, well, how can we invest in Bitcoin?
Mhm.
How can I do this?
Right.
Oh, okay. Let me show you.
Well, I think it's two reasons why they don't. One, they probably don't even understand how it works, so they just jumped on the latest thing that's out there. They probably got sold the big dream of how they could get wealthy by just working from their phone. And instead of creating good content, like you're saying, taking time to actually educate people, inform them, maybe even entertain them a little bit so you can grow that following, they're just taking the quicker route thinking that's going to work. And then the other reason why is probably they just don't want to put in the actual real work, because recording, editing, doing all these things takes a lot of work, takes a lot of energy, and sometimes mainly people don't want to put it
I think
in.
it's those specific ones are throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, and they want to just get that one or two from the millions of posts that they do and get one person to buy and make some money. Done. That's not business. That's offensive to us and all those people who are small trying to get their businesses up and running and their brands and everything. Don't do it. If that's you and you don't know what else to do, okay, I'm cool with that. Learn that that's not the way to do it. I know it's stressful that you might not have much money and you're trying to build your business and you need to make money right now. Don't do it that way. Do a side hustle. Go Uber, sell on eBay, garage flip. I don't care what you do. Do anything, but don't tarnish your brand. You focus on you creating a brand about whatever it is that you do, and you just give good information and everything, how you show them how you love it, and keep doing that until you build a following that people will agree with you. The internet is huge. There's tons of people like you and whatever that you do, and they're going to want to join you because you're the one that's putting out the work to go do that. We know you can do it. We want you to do it. Don't try to have the baby. Go out there, have some sex first, get used to it, start posting.
You can tell what's on Bobby's mind.
It's advertising. Sex sells.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I'm just trying to make a point. That's what it is. It's just, my little crazy way of making a point.
No, I totally agree. I mean, those of you that have listened to some of our podcasts already know, all right, I have a master's in marketing, but let me save you like 30, 40 grand of that, because really all the books that have been written are actually all out there. You don't really need a master's to learn this information. You can learn a lot of this by just watching the people that are actually doing it, because usually college will then write about them 5 years after they've done it. Everything that you see in marketing are just tools, so social media is no exception. They're just tools. All it's done is connected the world where now you can communicate with anybody at any place and any time that you feel like it. Before, pre-internet, pre-social media and all that, you had phones. So people, of course, would call each other, and that's where this type of marketing of like telemarketer came out. You know what I mean? So I think the biggest advice I want to give somebody out there that is still confused and just doing these weird social media tactics, how do I get out there and how do I make this thing work? Just keep in mind that marketing is really the same. It's always been the same. It is word of mouth usually. And sure, you can put some advertising dollars to get you out there, to get in front of other eyeballs that won't usually see you by word of mouth. Now, with that said, it's all about how the people are communicating. If you just pay attention to the way people communicate, you will then get an idea of how you should be presenting yourself. For example, going back to what you're saying, network marketing or MLM or multi-level marketing, there was a time where you didn't look anything up online. You just took somebody's script, hey, come and see me. I'll take you to this place, meet me here, and you drive them over there. I mean, and when we were in that type of field, in industry, like that's what we were taught. And the internet was already rolling out. Things were moving. Facebook was growing, but people were still teaching those tactics. And crazy enough, people still teach those tactics till this day. But that only brings short term, because once you get to that point, sure, you might get a few people on board. That's about it. Most people, you know what they'll do? They'll go on their phone and they want to know what company it is. The second you say the company, if they're not aware aware of the company, they'll look it up, they'll look at reviews, they'll look at that because of the internet and because it allows you to connect with so many different people. Again, the social aspect of it is what helps you make decisions. So what
Correct.
do you need to do? You need to keep in mind, this is how people communicate, and just monitor that as things change. Right
It's
now,
no different.
social media is still big, but the texting communities are starting to grow more. Who knows what's going to be after that? And you just keep adapting, but just keep in mind that it's all about growing a community, building trust with people. It never changes. The
always
tools
been the
change.
same.
The tools always change, but it doesn't change the way you go about it.
What's the thing you always tell me? The last thing we'll say. How do you work the internet? There's 3 things the internet does and what it's for.
Yeah.
Entertain.
Yeah, people go online for these 3 things. They want to get entertained, or they're looking up information and want to get educated, or they want to connect with
That's
people. That's the bottom line.
That's the internet. Those 3 reasons. Connect, entertain, information.
Yeah.
So whatever you're doing and what you want to use your social media for should be for those 3 reasons or one of the 3.
Right.
There's nowhere in there where it says sell
Or spam.
or spam or sell directly. Can you make sales on the internet? Yes. But if you're going to do it where you're not building a site that's specific for an Amazon or whatever the case may be, or here, this is what you can have a website that actually makes the sales. That's not it. But if you're using social media to get your name out there, you need to inform someone about something, entertain them. What was the other one?
Or educate them.
That's it.
Or actually, I'm sorry, educate, entertain, and connect.
Connect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, education and information, same thing. At the end of the day, people are going to either search something up on Google because they need to know about it, so they're looking to get educated or get informed, or they just want to laugh a little bit and be entertained, watch a video here or read something. And then at the end of the day, they still want to connect with people because everyone's just connected on the internet, and the people that are connected are now connected worldwide. And
correct. Like if I wanted to connect with you and I'd send you a message to connect with you, the first thing out of your mouth, and I'd be like, oh, well, I have this business. Bro, I'm just trying to connect. I don't care what you do.
Right.
You just ruined it for me. I just haven't seen you in 10 years. I want to connect with you just to
that's
connect
worse.
with you. Just to connect. In my opinion, that's what I wanted to connect. Now, if I was looking for information on something, that'd be awesome.
Right.
If I asked you about XYZ, do you know anyone who does this or how this works? Give me information. Don't say, yeah, I'll do it for you. It'll cost this.
Yeah.
Or entertain someone.
Yeah.
Don't make something just to entertain someone and at the end you hit them with here, buy this.
Exactly. Like if you get into any business, or if you're getting into network marketing and they're asking you to then send a particular scripted message to your whole community, to the people you're connected to, don't do it. Again,
Go away.
that's going to ruin your personal brand. People are going to look at you as, wow, just like you said, I haven't seen you in 15 years, but this is the first message I get from you. Not good. You're trying to go for a quick sale. You're showing people that you're not being real. You're not authentic. Really are just using them. The sense that people hate
Correct.
that feeling that you're just trying to get something out of them, as opposed to connecting and doing something out of trust.
Do unto others as you want done to you.
Right.
Always remember that. That's how it works. When you're on your phone, you go on your phone to call someone, text someone, look up something, or have fun. Okay, you want that? So do they. So you figure out how to get your product or service to get shown in one or all of those 3 ways. Stick to that. Stop posting on my social media about Bitcoin or
whatever other
thing. I'm not against Bitcoin. I'm just using that example because that would happen earlier today. Actually, I think it's the blockchain. That's the thing. That's the new technology, not the actual Bitcoin itself. It's the blockchain technology, but that's another subject. I'll get into that later. Stop spamming people. They don't like it. You're better than that. Focus on the long term. Have urgency in your business, but have patience because you will win. You will beat all those who keep trying to sell up front. Forget it. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the ups and downs of your business because everyone has it. We believe in you. We love you. See you next week.